Hi guys, Joe with the Average Joe here. Alright, today I'm going to show you on how to fix brake lights on a 94 International 9400i. It's an Eagle. The other day I woke up in the morning, went, did my pre-trip, lights were working, everything was great. I get down to one of the rail yards and lo and behold I didn't have any brake lights. So I had to figure it out. After some YouTube searching, I found a link and it helped me figure out what to look for, okay? But now I'm going to show you exactly what to look for and where to start if your brake lights stop working. It helped me a lot, and obviously I got my brake lights working. It wasn't a huge wiring issue. It wasn't anything crazy or major. I went to the International dealership. He showed me a couple tips and tricks, and with that being said, I tried them and I got them working. So I'm going to show you today on how to get them back working, and hopefully this resolves your issue. Oh, where I started was obviously the fuse panel. Okay, this is behind my glove box. Right here you got your diagram, and this will show you exactly where each fuse is. Now on mine, it was a tractor stoplights. Okay, so that's going to be F3B. So we come over here, we see F3, A, B, C, D, right? That's where it is. Count over, F, 1, 2, 3, and B. Okay, so I have circuit breakers. I have a couple fuses, but I don't have mainly fuses, just circuit breakers. Anyway, you you click it in, see if that's gonna pop it or not, and always start here. Okay, this is where most of your problems lie. Okay, so I checked that. I switched out a couple fuses. Make sure when you're switching them out, either you're going with a lower amperage or you're going with the same one. Never go higher, otherwise you're gonna melt shit. Okay, so I also checked the relay. Okay, you have trailer stop, trailer tail. I switched out those with AC. Okay, I don't have AC, so I sweat like a pig at a slaughterhouse, and that's okay because I'm fat and I need to lose weight. So anyways, I switched one out and it wasn't any of that. All right, so I started here and realized that okay, everything's good. Now when I went to the dealership, they told me that it for sure is this switch, which I will get to. This switch right here. Okay, this is a pressure switch. All right, it just screws in. You could have a pair of vice grips or channel locks or whatever you got. It's not in there super tight, but this right here, right by your pedals, okay, is the pressure switch for your low air warning buzzer. So I took it out and lost all my air. I'm like, well, why isn't it beeping anymore? Well, that's it right there. So that is not the right switch. Underneath your pedal, right here, you got a little switch, but usually those don't go bad. Sometimes they do, but usually not. Okay, because everything's air, so air is pretty reliable. But what I figured out what it was this switch right under the airbox. This guy right here. Okay. Now, I actually had that replaced because I wanted my cruise control back, and they found out that that's what it is. That's your air valve, your main air valve. Anytime you hit the brakes, that's what is controlling it, sending it to each and every place. Okay, so you have another pressure switch right here. Okay, you have two on one valve. And one thing that I did realize though, since I did have that switched out, it was actually the connector. Okay, there was some corrosion in there. Cleaned her out. She was ready to rock and roll. Now if you do find yourself with this issue, this is the part number right here, 1698876 Charlie 91. Okay, now with these old trucks, it is pretty common to run into issues with finding parts, and some guys don't know, or can't look it up. Some people are really good at it. It all depends. But this is the valve right here. It's a pressure switch. Screws right in, two connectors. More than likely with an old truck, you're gonna have to change the plug, cut it here, splice the two wires in, and these are the connections that were corroded. All right. Um, Lastly, anytime that you have an issue with it, what you can do is you can pop this connector off right up here, okay, and you can jump the wire, taking the piece of wire like this or any sort of wire, and cutting the ends, not splicing, but cutting the ends, getting a little piece of wire and jumping the two connectors to see if that is your issue, which I will show you in a minute. So I got my piece of wire here, just average 12 gauge wire that was laying in my toolbox. Obviously don't cut the wires that I showed you before. Grab a loose piece of wire that's laying around your shop or they have laying around anywhere. Okay, 12 gauge wire. What I did was I took it, okay, I have these two ends. Throw that here so people can see. If I can get it in there right. All right, take the two ends, literally just stick one end in one side, okay, if it wants to cooperate, and the other end in the other side. And what I did was that, and then I had a buddy hit the brake pedal, check my backlights, and boom, they were working. So it was within that switch or near that switch, and when I looked at the plug I realized, boom, those are corroded. So cleaned them out, threw a little dielectric grease in, just a very little bit, don't go crazy with it, and plugged her back in and haven't had any problems since. So hopefully this video helps you, and hopefully you get your brake lights working. Again, start with the fuse panel, the relays, and then work your way around. Again, hopefully this video helped. If it did, please hit the like and subscribe button, and hopefully I can help you with some other issues.